Welcome to the show, everyone.
Welcome.
This is our first ever TV recap.
It is.
And brand new to the show, we're doing a RuPaul's Drag Race recap.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. As if we needed one more thing to do during the week.
I mean, you know, we're pumping out the content for the listeners.
This will be fun. We're watching the show anyway. So.
Absolutely. Well, listeners, my name's Pete.
And I'm Scott.
And I guess these are the movies that made us gay?
This is the show that made us gay.
Yeah.
We're unclear what we're calling the recaps yet.
But it's brand new. It's fresh. It's here for you. It's on the main feed. Soon to be Patreon only. Mm-hmm. But right now,
we're giving you a little taste.
Exactly. So let's talk about what we're doing here. I mean, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 8 has just begun.
Season 8.
Season 8 of All-Stars.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. And, you know, this is... Drag Race is, I mean, ostensibly our favorite show on TV.
Yeah, definitely.
We watch every episode of every season of the U.S. seasons
it
for sure.
A lot on the podcast.
Yeah. And so we just figured, hey, we want to do some bonus content. We're watching it anyway, so we're going to throw up these episodes. They're going to go on Patreon. So, you know, head over to patreon.com/movies that made us gay to check out, you know, pricing and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But for the $5 a month tier, you can jump on there and get all these recaps.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're here to just talk about the show. Like we said, it's our favorite show. We love it. We love the dolls and we love drag and, you know, it's gay culture. And
we are armchair experts of the show. We are by no means drag queens or experts in drag.
Absolutely.
We're big fans of the show.
Yeah. We're not here to critique how they choose to portray their drag.
Not at all.
Or anything like that. We are just here to talk about what we see, what we like. Mm-hmm. And, you know, and the gals, you know, like I said, we love the dolls.
They're all super talented.
Absolutely.
Every single one of them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're just gonna jump right in.
So, Pete,
yes,
you've introduced. Okay, so I remember when RuPaul's Drag Race premiered in 2009 because my sister was watching it. My sister was in on the ground floor with the show.
Okay, on Logo.
Because her friend Kelsey was watching it, and that was when you could just watch them off the Logo website. Right. And Nicole was watching it, and I held off for a couple seasons of not watching the show.
Sure.
And then when I met you, mm-hmm. you were already very invested in it. And I remember season 3 was airing, because the first bit of Drag Race I ever watched was the stand-up challenge of season 3.
With Raja and the Carrie dress.
Mm-hmm. Raja and the Carrie dress. Our one of our favorite queens went home in that episode.
Delta Work.
That was the first lip sync I ever watched. Was Delta Work's lip sync
versus Manila Luzon. This is a
famous lip sync. That's the cake. The MacArthur Park song.
Someone left the cake out in the rain. Okay, so I was living with my grandmother at the time because my grandfather had passed away and she was living alone in her big old house in Boyle Heights. And so I moved in with her just to help her out, drive her around, because she never had a driver's license her entire life.
Really? I didn't know that.
No, never.
Nana Maggie did not drive at all?
Never.
I kind of love that. Just Maggie just being chauffeured everywhere in L.A.
Well, she took the bus and the red car everywhere.
Sure.
So at that time, I set up cable, I set up, you know, internet, all this stuff in this like old lady house. And this is, I mean, we're talking 2008, 2009. So like, yeah, getting
and I think that
DSL
was right
cable.
When just your grandma's stations went to digital. I don't know what your grandma's TV situation was. I remember that being a big deal because I was in broadcasting school at the time.
It's a huge deal.
And that was when all of the
None of the TVs had, you know, the switchers.
You had to get that like box or the adapter. I remember it well. I remember talking about it a lot in class.
Yeah, the high def receivers, because they weren't built into the TVs at the time. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That was a huge deal. And so I set up cable in the house, and Logo was part of the package. And I knew it was a gay channel, But it was...
I remember they showed a lot of episodes of Buffy. Whenever I would just sort of tune into Logo when I was at my dad's house or anything, it was usually an episode of Buffy.
Well, once season 1 of Drag Race came on...
It was everything that they showed.
Girl, it was like...
Yeah, all day.
It was like... what's on MTV now?
Not Wild and Out. It's the other one.
Yeah, the one with Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is just non-stop... ridiculousness, right?
Yeah.
So at the time the show starts airing, and I of course was familiar with RuPaul and all of that, but I was just like not really in a big hurry to watch it. I wasn't even watching Runway at the time.
I remember it being a big deal when RuPaul went on Project Runway.
Yes.
The one where they had to do a drag challenge. I can't remember what season it was. It was probably like season 6 or season 7 of the show. And it was a big deal because, I mean, RuPaul, of course, had been working, probably still
really
doing club thing, but not
eye.
really doing a lot of stuff that would be on
I mean, the
TV.
single CoverGirl, put your base in that walk, like that wasn't a thing yet. I'm thinking Supermodel of the World.
Yeah.
That was like long past. So, you know.
I think that also it was right before Matthew Anderson seriously started doing Ru's hair and makeup too.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, you know, Drag Race comes on, and again, I'm not like, oh, I got to watch this. It was just this thing where I would be changing around the channels, and it would be on.
Sure.
And they would show, as soon as an episode came out, they would just show episode 1 and 2, episode 1, 2, and 3.
That's how Bravo used to do the old Project Runways,
you know what
too.
I mean? You know, Saturdays and Sundays, it was just Drag Race all day long, just the reruns. And so I eventually was like, oh, this is interesting.
You just kind of got caught up through all those airings. Yeah.
Yes. And also, you know, in the early Drag Race world, I was still of the mindset of like, I don't know about these drag queens. I would never date a drag queen. I would never be a drag queen. This is weird. Like, it's a lot, you know? So watching the show and watching these people just kind of like expose themselves and, you know, and seeing Angina kind
really
of
like humanizing it.
Yes. You know, it's just like, it was a big deal, you know? And so, I watched it from there, from season 1. In like, I think it might have finished by the time I really started paying attention. So I was able to watch it all in a row. And then I remember the promos for season 2. And they showed the promo for season 2, and you can look up the promo for season 2. They always show the clip of them at the burlesque. And like Morgan McMichaels and Kylie Sonique whipping their hair around this like stripper pole.
That episode's judged by Dita Von Teese too.
And I'm sitting there watching the commercial going, those are drag queens. Like, that's a man, Maury. Like, these bitches mean business. They looked tough. They looked mean. They looked like drag queens. And season 1, I mean, obviously they're all great queens, but I don't know, something about that promo, I was like, holy shit, season 2 is going to be off the chain. So ever since then, I started watching as they were airing. Then we met mid season 3, and Logo. I mean, this is all on-demand stuff, so you could watch through their website. Yeah, which is how we would watch.
It was when networks were kind of fast and loose with just having you watch for free. On the site after they air it.
And so I had my little tiny laptop that I hooked up to my
I remember
flat screen TV with the cable to hook up to the TV, like a, you know.
That's how
it wasn't even HDMI out.
When I started watching with you, that's how we watched all of them. It was that we watched them off your little...
The 16-prong monitor cable, because flat screen TVs in 2008 had a outlet for a 16-prong, you know, monitor. So we plugged it in that way, watched it, and this is the Logo website. And so it had commercials, and all the commercials were for PrEP.
They're all like for PrEP.
HIV medication, not even PrEP. It wasn't even PrEP. It was just like, now you only have to take 8 shots a day instead of like...
Sure, because this would have been the time right before PrEP became readily available on the market.
Yeah, and just bringing down, you know, cocktails to like 1 pill a day and all that stuff. They were just like kind of... And it was like, man, fucking Logo, man. So they're still just scaring us into safe sex. But there was a lot of those, a lot of HIV drug commercials, and we watched the rest of season 3 as it aired, and then from then on, we just figured out how to watch it live. Mostly on Logo.
I, like most people that jumped on the RuPaul's Drag Race bandwagon. The show really didn't get kicked into high gear until season 4, I feel. That was when it really, I think really broke through to a wider audience.
Yeah.
I think it was season 4.
Yeah. That's the Sharon Needles and
the Sharon and Fifi season. It was a big deal. Season 4, also a really good season to introduce people, and to introduce straight people, just because season 4 just kind of has everything in it.
Sure. Season 3 has everything.
Season 3 has everything, but there's something about season 3 4.
has the Heathers versus the Boogers.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah.
You can't mess with the Heathers versus the Boogers of season 3. Mm-hmm. But we are talking about this is a lot of years ago. Come on.
Yeah.
This is 13 years ago, 2008, 2009 when it first started.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's there are drag queens on this show that's we'll talk about it when they're doing their intros. Heidi in Closet
was a very
and
different
Candy
time.
Muse both said they were in high school.
Yep.
During Jessica Wilde's first season.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's crazy. That these people that are performing on this program now have only grown up in a world where Drag Race was popular.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wow, that's crazy.
The Drag Race Gold Rush.
Yeah, yeah. But, like we said, it's our favorite show. We love talking about these ladies. We try to go see them as much as possible. We also try to support local drag.
Mm-hmm.
And being in a city like Los Angeles, the local drag pool is a lot bigger, and we usually get a lot more famous queens running through town. But there's still a lot of unknown girls out there who are doing tip gigs and working for whatever dollars that we hand them. Mm-hmm. And whenever we go to those shows, we try to tip as much as we can, be respectful of them, and just support drag. And it's not dangerous, and it's really fun, and it's still punk rock and cool as fuck.
All right, let's get started.
So, all right, we've got
we got the workroom entrances.
But first, this episode starts off with Rue saying, "Money, success, fame, and glamour."
Oh.
And listeners, if you are following along,
very timely
with, movies that made us gay,
it's as if World of Wonder knew what movie we're covering.
I was
on the
just
show.
what in the hell is going on right now? Yeah, so we just did Party Monster, and I did not even realize that Money, Success, Fame, Glamour was a Fenton and Randy original. Rue mentions later on that they had a short-lived synth pop music group.
So it would have just been played in the club in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. And so they subbed that in as a Michael Alec kind of club kid.
I feel like I only knew it from Party Monster.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to kind of talk about the dolls, talk about the girls who are competing this season. We're going to go through their looks. This episode, we have a lot of looks because we've got entrance looks.
We'll try to do them quick.
Yes.
Too. We won't linger on them.
Yeah. We've got entrance looks. We've got a fashion show with 2 looks apiece. We've got challenge with looks from there, and the main stage runway. So we got a lot of looks to go through for everybody. So
this episode has a lot in it.
Yes, but the first thing we're going to go through is the Rue male. She already had hers as Rue look.
All right, Rue. And this is something that's very different.
She's got a little. Is it a little Nene Leakes?
It's a little Nene
bus
Leakes.
Driver wig.
It looks like it comes from the wig collection of one Miss Raven.
Sure, yeah. Raven does
Raven does this hair a lot.
She likes a short wig, a kitty cat wig. Raven would do more of a blunt bang, more of a bowl cut almost. I think, but
I think I've seen Raven with the side swoop of the hair.
But I like it. I mean, maybe does it age Rue? I don't know. I think she still looks great.
It's something different.
Yeah, and the makeup looks great as usual.
Always looks immaculate.
We love a good blue or a green contact on Rue because these are kind of natural looking.
Ooh, that's
super fake.
That's a light. Look at that.
Is it
contacts?
Is it almost like a green?
I think that it's like a light blue
or a gray. Yeah,
it's a good look, almost though. Gray. Yeah, it's a good look.
All right, so let's start off with. She does have really cute earrings on. It's like a chunky upside down triangle. Is it giving? Who are the who are the Teletubbies.
A little bit.
Teleport us to Mars. All right, so let's jump into our contestants coming into the workroom. First up,
First to walk in is Heidi in Closet.
I mean, she never changed her name.
She never changed her name. I mean, Rue gave her shit in almost every single episode that she was on her season.
Yes,
that she needs to change her name, and Rue is giving her names.
And I like that Heidi is doing some branding. She's got this purse.
Oh yeah, got the gap tooth.
What does she look like here? What is the Real Monsters?
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know their name.
It's the Kristen Cavanaugh character in Real Monsters.
Is it Real Monsters? Okay, because it's even black and white. So she's got the purse, and then her entrance line was "What's gappening?"
Cute.
And then the back of the purse has little lips on it.
Good entrance look.
Yeah, she looks good. It's giving All Stars. Is this denim? Is it denim?
I think it's a leather.
Is it leather?
I think it's like a pleather.
Yeah, it looks good though. I like the hair. I like.
There's always a lot of.
makeup.
I think there's always a lot of debate of do you kind of shoot your load in your entrance look? Like, dare you do that?
Yeah,
because then your entrance look is better than anything you've worn the entire season, which is probably not how that should be.
Sure, I never thought
it's
of
a good.
that.
I mean, you need to find a medium with it.
You do need to find a medium because Well, I think it's more so on the first out seasons and not on All Stars when you may just have a crazy challenge.
Yeah, you may be thrown in a water tank, lit on fire, tarred and feathered.
Sprayed with the hose. You don't know what's going on, and these wigs are getting jacked up. These clothes are getting jacked up.
They would never do that on an All Star season because
not to these girls. Yeah.
Those are expensive outfits.
Yes. So Heidi in Closet was first on season 12, and now she's back. Her interview look is cute. It's overalls with a little hat, and she's got like.
Is that a frog?
It's a frog earring.
Oh, cute. A little tree frog.
Yeah, and then
earring.
There's a little something on the hat. I don't know. Little polar bear, baby monk seals on the hat.
But Heidi in Closet in season 12.
Yeah, but Heidi in Closet's looking good in her interview look. So next up we have Mrs. Kasha Davis.
Mrs. Kasha Davis. We are very excited to see Mrs. Kasha Davis.
There's always time for a cocktail.
I mean, thing about Mrs. Kasha Davis that we love is that I think that Trixie and Katya have mentioned this on that's the drag queen that you want for bingo or brunch.
Oh, yes.
Like Mrs. Kasha Davis is like a drag queen's drag queen.
She's like Wikipedia.
Kind of textbook definition of a drag queen.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Love her.
Yeah, because she's got the classic like big old hair, big personality, the funny Ethel Merman kind of speaking voice. It's very Paul Lynde. This entrance look, I'm all right with it.
It's okay.
It's comfortable.
It looks like it's comfortable. It's just sort of a no muss, no fuss entrance look. I would like maybe a little more shape to the bottom to have more of a stronger silhouette, maybe.
More crinolines or more,
something to make it stick out a little bit.
More tulle underneath to make the skirt a little bit more voluminous. As it is, it just looks like the skirt just kind of hangs down. But it's a cute.
Oh, look at the purse! I didn't notice that.
Lipstick.
Her bag is a little lipstick. I love that.
Yeah, and Mrs. Kasha Davis. Out of drag look in her interviews. I love the big Jiminy Glick glasses.
Always very Charles Phoenix.
Yes.
Looks like Mrs. Kasha Davis should be giving you a tour of Palm Springs in like a top-down convertible.
Yes. And the thing about Mrs. Kasha Davis is that she has really pretty eyes.
Yes.
And is very handsome as a guy.
Yeah.
And like old pictures of Mrs. Kasha Davis when he was younger.
Kind of a cute daddy.
Yes, very much so. So we love Mrs. Kasha Davis from season 7.
Yeah.
The Trixie Katya.
The season.
Who won that season? Violet Chachki.
And there was a lot of older girls versus younger girls in that season. That was a big arc.
The Bitter Old Lady Brigade. But I don't think Mrs. Kasha Davis even took part in the Bitter Old Lady Brigade. Good for her.
She always had a really good attitude.
Yeah. Up next, we have Naysha Lopez.
I mean, Naysha Lopez, hardest working drag queen in the biz right now. I mean, commutes from Los Angeles to Chicago weekly when a season is airing.
So she
for the
lives-
Roscoe viewing parties.
Wow.
She lives in LA, but still very much out of Chicago. And she flies.
That's
She would
insane.
fly over to Roscoe's every single week to do
Wow.
the watch parties.
Wow.
Which I feel like the Roscoe's watch parties have really
They're huge. Yeah.
They're really huge now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've always been a thing, but this season in particular,
Yeah.
all the guests that they've been getting have been really given some good dirt
Right.
on the episodes.
Right. Naysha Lopez is always remembered as the beauty of season 8. Very beautiful.
Very beautiful Miss Continental.
Yeah. And recently, as we found out, Mr. Continental winner.
I remember when that was happening.
Okay.
And seeing all the pictures from it.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the queens always just love Naysha Lopez in and out of drag. This look is a jailhouse look, an orange jumpsuit with handcuffs.
It's cute.
It's cute. It's fine.
It's an entrance look.
I'm not gagging over it. She always has a very dark eye. I get Demi Lovato
Definitely.
in the face.
Yeah.
The hair is cute, but yeah, I'm not just like, gagged. I'm just like, all right. Yeah, it's cute. And her out of drag, I think her out of drag look is very good.
It's good.
A nice magenta, sports coat with
Get
a
the
black
dangly
t-shirt. Dangly earring,
Mm-hmm.
so she can get yanked up to God during the rapture. Naysha Lopez from season 8. That's her. The beauty has returned.
Has returned again.
Yes. Next up, we have Kahana Montrese.
Kahana Montrese. I mean, somebody that I kind of forget about from season 11.
Absolutely.
I mean, no shade to her, but she didn't really have a lot of opportunity to shine on it, which is kind of interesting to come back to All Stars and something like that, because that is what All Stars is for. If you look at somebody like Raja, you could almost say the same thing about Raja O'Hara.
Yeah. Kahana Montrese was famously in the opulence, you earn everything. But it wasn't her who said those lines. It was the other one.
It was the other one. Was that a double elimination?
Who we can't even remember her name.
Was that a double elimination?
I think it might have been. I think
it
they
might
sent
have
the two
been.
of them home. Yeah, and that's the thing about Kahana is that her run on her season was so kind of underwhelming, and especially because she's Kahana Montrese. Coco Montrese is her drag mother.
Out of Vegas.
Coco is so memorable.
I mean, I think that Kahana's hometown being in Vegas really has benefited her in the past few years because she's in Drag Race Live.
Right. And Kahana's storyline this season is the glow up.
The glow up, yeah.
She was a baby queen on her original season 11, and now that she's back, she has transformed. And it's like, it's fine. You could do whatever you want to your body. The lips, the teeth, all that stuff is great, but she has had the body done.
Yeah.
Much like Naysha Lopez. It's not controversial, but it's a choice. I mean,
got that ass filled.
She's got that ass pumped.
Got that ass pumped.
That feminization, surgery. A lot of them say, like, when Sharon and Alaska got their lips done, they were just like, that's how I paint my face in drag, so I just make it so I don't have to do that extra paint work. And I guess it's the same thing with the body. It's like you don't have to pad. But you do have to live the rest of your life as a boy presenting this body. But hey, if you're cool with that, then work, And she looks amazing.
Kahana seems happy with it.
She seems very happy with it. The results are speaking for themselves. This entrance look is very showgirl. It's very Vegas.
Very Vegas.
Big ostrich feathers.
And I think that's just sort of Kahana's brand now.
And her interview look.
Very cute. That's a little hat.
Yeah, the big open vest situation. And the lips are on full display.
Full display.
Yeah. But, we're here. So Kahana's great. Candy Muse is next.
The screen grab of Candy.
The screen grabs are funny because they would walk out and do a big pose, but with Candy's, they cut so fast that I couldn't get the full dress. And so she was giving very drama in the face. And so in this picture, she just looks like, what?
With it. Candy's promo is probably my favorite of all of them. I love Candy's promo look.
For this, her promo look for
of what they did the marketing for the season with. And this looks pretty good.
Is this her own face tattooed on her?
Love it.
On her forearm. I think it is.
Candy, I think, wears a lot of oranges.
She does.
Orange and pink. That's just kind of Candy's color. Mm-hmm.
An orange and pink is a good combo. I love it. This is I like the length of this.
I like
her.
this entrance look.
The proportions are good for her body. I like the hair, the piled high, kind of a beehive, a messy beehive. Mm-hmm. And, you can't argue with Candy's makeup.
Yeah.
Like her face is always...
How she does that face is always really good.
And blended. So, Candy, originally from season 13.
Runner-up of season 13. It was between her and Simone.
Yes. Candy, second place me.
I mean, thanks to the Rue, thanks to the wheel, Mick runs third place on Wikipedia.
Yeah, absolutely. So, did Candy have a beret in her original interview look?
I don't remember. She may have. I don't remember.
Yeah. Next up, we have Miss Darien Lake.
Oh, my gosh. Miss Darien Lake.
A dip into the waters.
That is a lady.
That's a woman.
That is a woman. Darien lost a lot of weight.
She did.
Sort of went on this fitness journey the past few years.
Yes.
Lost over like 200 pounds.
I think she said over 200. Yeah.
And Darien just looks like your fun, like...
Oh yeah,
your fun, sexy cousin.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. She just looks like a lady who just likes to, always have a manicure, always have her hair did, and she looks great. And her, she was in the top 4 of her season. So this was back in the time.
Season 6 was like, that was competitive.
Season 6,
too.
Darien Lake. So this is Bianca Del Rio, Adore Delano.
Courtney Act.
Yeah. In the top 3. And it going to the finale, there was only a top 3, which you never see anymore.
Like, she would have made it to the finale if it would have been
she would have been in the finale.
Season now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But just because that's how it was at the time, they only did 3, and so she didn't actually make the top.
Darien also comes of that school of drag where it was trying to present like you were a woman.
Right.
Too.
It's female impersonation.
Yeah.
And the illusion and all of that, which is great. We love that. So she does the full body, illusion, which a lot of girls nowadays, the younger girls, are doing body, but they'll do hips, but they won't do boobs. Mm-hmm. Or
the boobs on Darien always look great.
Well, because they are real, mama. I love this kind of paisley kind of like hippie.
Oh yeah,
there's laces on her interview look, but Darien, you can see, got the All Stars lips, the All Stars lips, which is fine. You're a certain age, sometimes you just like I said, Sharon and Alaska were just like, hey, it just helps with the makeup look. That's how we're painting our face to look, so we might as well get the help. All right.
Monica Beverly Hills enters the workroom as this cute Girl Scout. Love it. It's a great entrance look.
Yes. It's giving like super queer troop Beverly Hills. Featuring Monica. I like the knee-high stockings. I like the sash. She's got the diamond on the. See, I think the diamond on the sash is that very true Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Because they had like jewelry appraising badges. But Monica Beverly Hills is from way back. Oh, it doesn't say what season she's in.
Monica Beverly Hills is from season 4.
Season 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trans pioneer of the season came out
as trans on the main stage.
Yeah, trans on the main stage, which, Kylie Sonique, it was the reunion, but for Monica, it was on the season it was airing.
And this was a time when, controversially, we don't know officially, we never saw any contracts or anything, but word on the street is they did not allow openly trans performers to apply.
And you always sort of heard, and I had always heard that producers and casting of the show would ask people that knew them about questions like that too.
Right. And I think the rumor is that Jiggly was already transitioning and kind of
more or less living as a woman.
Yeah. And was advised to present as a boy on the show and not really talk about your transitional journey. I think the same was for Lil Kenya Michaels.
Yeah.
Same thing. And I think it wasn't until Peppermint
Sure.
that said they were openly trans, but still kind of presented shaved head, workroom looks were jeans and T-shirts. I don't think it was really until Gia Gunn that we got
Gia Gunn coming on All Stars.
I'm trans and I'm presenting as a woman in the workroom, right?
Yeah.
Because even Peppermint was still very androgynous, very ambiguous. And she said, like, yes, I'm trans, yes, I'm a woman, but still, like I said, shaved head, T-shirts, jeans, And I think Gia was the one on her All Stars that's just a woman walking around the workroom.
Yeah.
And so now Monica Beverly Hills is back.
We love Monica.
I think she is still giving me Lady Miss Keir from Delight. She is giving me, Puerto Rican New York City woman who does not have time for you.
Yep.
That is just the look she's giving me, but I love it, and we're here for it.
James Mansfield. So we've been watching James's YouTube page for a number of years. I feel like we got on James's YouTube account when the RuPaul Party City wigs came out.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
James, very known in the drag community for styling wigs. James has a whole business, a whole wig empire of styling wigs now.
Yeah.
And I remember James doing an unboxing of the wigs. And they were really funny.
That was really funny. They were great.
And just talk about someone who really came into her own after the show, that I think her videos on YouTube are so much fun, of her styling wigs.
Yeah. You get a lot of James the drag queen in character doing the voice, and then sometimes you get James the boy, when you can really see how he modulates his voice to do this character. And the wig empire is so big that you get people from all over. Even when Trixie Mattel is going to you for your wigs, it's like, okay, this is good, because at this point Trixie can get wigs from anywhere. And maybe it's a hometown thing.
And they go way back. And I know that James did the wig styling for the Brady Bunch.
Sure.
Thing on Paramount Plus.
Right. And this look is cute. It's very James Mansfield. Yep. It's a very like a 50s lady.
It's like a little action figure of James Mansfield.
Sure. Little opera glove, hat, cute, pink and white. Very, very on brand. We love it. And boy, James' workroom look is just just cute little shirt. Love it. Little haircut. Love it.
Alexis Michelle.
Alexis Michelle looks really good.
Yeah, Alexis Michelle looks great. This workroom look was really good. The makeup, the hair.
Yeah. And she walked in and
the laced up dress. She looks really good.
I know my way around here. Yeah, it's a great look. I love this color hair. It's cool. It's kind of unexpected for Alexis. There's like some cool like ruching on the skirt and lacing, and some almost like a snake skin situation going on with like little rings. So it's very like S&M, like very bad girl. Love it.
Yeah.
Cool like sleeve that looks like it could be like a velvet. Yeah, great look on Alexis.
Yeah, Alexis looks great.
And Alexis Michelle is originally from season 9.
Season 9. So, yeah. I mean, we'll talk about it later, but I have a funny Alexis Michelle story. as we can save that for later.
The Broadway baby. So Alexis is back, but I mean, we have to get to.
I'm so glad that they asked back Jessica Wilde.
Jessica Wilde. Dream of a golden child.
Yeah, we love Jessica Wilde. I mean, definitely one of those those OG Rue girls.
Yes. But she's so funny.
Yeah, she's really funny.
This season, she's really capitalizing on the dreams of a golden child. I love that drink.
Yeah.
Just these things that Jessica did in season 2.
I can't believe that it took 8 All-Star seasons to get her on.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it was offered before or anything, but it's good to see her.
Because she's captivating in her interviews. She's funny. And she's capitalizing on these things that she did in her original season that she wasn't doing to be funny, but just became memes and jokes, and I love that drink. It's just like iconic.
English is a little stronger now, so I think is a little more comfortable being thrown into this now.
Yes. But I mean, this entrance look is gold.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Like pants and like a high-low skirt and like
gives this Puerto Rican drag. It looks great.
Sleeves and is it Puerto Rican Glinda, the Good Witch? I don't know.
Yeah.
This hair is like teased to high heaven, and it's the gold leggings. Oh my god!
Yeah, love it.
It's a lot, but it's great. And her workroom look is a little sparkly hat. Her eyebrows are insane. She probably just shaves them off for the show and then just paints in eyebrows as a boy. But it's cute. And Jessica so far has given me the best interviews, and I love her. And she's just everything is golden child and all of that. I love it.
Okay, so
Jimbo.
I mean, it makes total sense. Jimbo is the first international one to compete on an American season. It makes sense. Jimbo has a really big fan base. So, I mean, it makes sense that Jimbo is here.
Yeah, Jimbo has a huge fan base.
And Jimbo has had a very impressive, performance, kind of a very
impressive run.
A very impressive run on those 2 seasons, too.
Season 1 of Drag Race Canada and UK versus the World.
This entrance look, it's, I don't know. It's a little...
I just can feel the sweat dripping down Jimbo's lower back. It's a full latex nude illusion bodysuit. Full. I think you can't even see on the hands where it stops. It might just be a full-on glove. And the foot,
shoes.
They're like a Tiva
sandals. The Tiva sandals kind of kill me. I'm just now noticing the Tiva sandals.
With a full toe manicure that are like long nails on the toes. It looks like it's either a full foot or the Tiva sandal is hiding the break in the suit, but it's a bikini.
I wonder.
A string bikini.
I bet the whole foot goes into it.
Yeah, it's like a booty.
I mean,
and
it's
she has to. And we didn't see her from behind. I don't think so. We couldn't see the seam of how she gets.
I mean,
out.
It's that style of drag of when in doubt, freak them out.
Yes, and that's Jimbo's brand, which this is very on brand for her, and I'm okay with it.
It's a Bob the Drag Queen's right. It's a little uncanny valley.
It is. It is. Especially,
but I guess that's the point. That's the point of the whole thing.
Especially because where's that belly button?
Yeah,
where is it? The little dot. You can kind of see some creasing in her elbows. For
the most part, it fits really well.
For the most part, it's pretty skin tight. Alaska has one similar. But Alaska's, I think, is like a bicycle short length because she wears really big, tall, thigh-high boots with it. And Alaska's, I think, is like a halter. And so it doesn't do the arms. But it's the full
body.
Boobs, the body, and thighs. And when Alaska wears it, I don't think she seals the back. So she only shows from the front because it's very uncomfortable.
Sure. This is kind of a photographed look.
Yeah. But this is All-Stars 2. This is Jimbo's on American season. First time an international queen competing on an American season.
You got to make a good entrance, so I get it.
Yeah. And it does the job. It does the job. And Jimbo iconically has the same.
It's the Liberace. It's the little Liberace Western outfit.
Interview outfit is the same.
That's pretty great branding.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of shocked that nobody has done it. That's done multiple seasons.
Valentina did something similar.
But it wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. It was just like a nod to it, and she mentioned it. And Jimbo has never once acknowledged it.
That's funny.
So that's great. The only difference is that the hair has gotten more and more platinum, and the face has gotten more and more pumped. But whatevs. It's All Stars. You get the All Stars pump. Lala Ree. Boot.
I mean, it's okay.
Boot. I don't like the glasses, the sunglasses with these is it Flash Gordon It's giving me Flash Gordon.
I don't think it takes it far enough for something like Flash Gordon.
Right,
too.
yeah, because it should have like a cape or something. Like
it's okay.
Yeah, it's missing something because it's like big shoulders, big glasses.
Or it needs some sort of
pieces.
It needs some sort of a train, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. A cape or a train,
a cape or a
like
train.
That. Yeah. Or the hair needs to be a big bouffant Barbarella hair.
It's kind of half a.
Yeah.
It's sort of just feels like half a concept.
Yeah. We can't really see it, but there's a ponytail going on in the back. You can see the red back there. But yeah, I would have preferred the hair to be bigger. Bigger hair. And Lala's wearing a pink cheetah print.
We love Lala Ree.
Yeah, Lala Ree's so funny.
Lala Ree's,
her interviews are so funny. Like
very
I could
charming.
just listen to her just like narrate the whole show, and I would be fully okay with that.
She was a really
Love
good.
Lala Ree.
She was a really good find of that season.
Yes, absolutely. So okay.
So
those are all their entrance looks. That's all the girls.
So they have not.
That's all.
They have not done this for an All Stars, where usually on an All Stars season, I feel like on all of them you see the All Stars talent show, and they broke that format,
yes.
which I like.
Yes,
is not immediately doing the talent show that we're doing. We're doing the runways,
right. Mm-hmm. And so we're doing a fashion show, and there's 2 seasons or two shows, and the first one is Famous Then, and then the second one is Famous Now. So for Famous Then, we're starting off, and we're starting with Alexis Michelle
kind of doing a Norma Desmond, Gloria Swanson.
But you know what? It's not Gloria Swanson. It's Glenn Close.
Oh sure, yeah.
This is Glenn Close. This is the face,
Andrew Lloyd Webber,
the makeup,
Weber.
This and the turban,
especially the eyes.
Yeah. But it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. I feel like maybe if I were to tweak something, maybe 2 different fabrics for the jumpsuit and the robe.
She only broke it up with the cuffs and the robe.
I feel like maybe different fabrics would have been a little more interesting.
Yeah,
but no, it looks great.
But it looks really good. Her makeup looks amazing.
Looks great. Yeah.
I like it a lot, and I think a Norma Desmond reference is fun. This background is crazy. This like tinfoil like crazy background. Next up, we have Kahana Montrese. Famous Then, I guess it's.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just sort of
is it 80s?
Just sort of a red carpet look.
Yeah, it's just a kind of an 80s red carpet look, I guess. She looks really great.
Yeah, Kahana looks great.
She looks good, but I can't quite pinpoint an era that she's going for. She just has furs and a glitzy dress with a high slit.
Yeah, it's really hard to get an exact decade with this, but I mean, I guess she still looks good.
It's not modern, so Famous Then. Yeah. Heidi in Closet. It's cute, but I don't get it.
I think that it is sort of like a porcelain doll.
Yeah, because I had to get the close up of the face where she has like cracks on the bottom half of her face. And then it's like a Bo Peep look, and it's green satin. I'm thinking those are just more cracks in her tights. There's bows in her tights. It's a cool look. Bonnet.
I don't know if I would have done it for this runway.
Yeah.
For Famous Then.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a cool look.
Still a good look, though.
But I don't know how it fits. But yeah, I think she looks great in it. But yeah. And her eye makeup her eyes are just these big eyes. She just does a really good face. Okay. Mrs. Kasha Davis doing like a Ziegfeld Follies kind of a Vegas look in lavender. She's got a big headpiece.
I think that's I mean, I guess that is a lavender. Kind of a pinkish lavender.
Yeah, it's oh, you're right. It is a little bit more pink. She said Lucille Ball.
Okay, so she's going for like a mame look, 70s mame look.
I would say like a silent film era by way of the 70s.
Yeah.
With starring Lucille Ball.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it works. Like the headpiece and the red wig and all that looks really good. And sparkles everywhere. And looks like marabou feather and all that going on. Naysha Lopez,
boot.
It's a Chanel dress.
I like the idea of doing a suit Chanel dress, But I don't think that it is that well. I don't think it's
not that well tailored.
It's not that well
too
tailored.
boxy on
She's
her.
kind of swimming in it.
She is. I thought the same thing. I thought it's too big on her. When she turns, it's really boxy. It's a black and white Chanel suit. I don't like the length of the skirt. I think it's too short to make it drag. Bring it up or make it longer.
The squares in the middle, I think.
The pockets on the coat.
The pockets on the coat.
Too big?
I think I think that she's trying to do an exaggerated version of a Chanel suit, but I don't know. It's the hard thing about doing something about Chanel is that it has to be immaculate.
Where else are you going to put pockets on that mangled Chanel suit?
Yeah.
And then the buttons in the front go down, and then it's like it's coming out from underneath the coat, and it's like right in the middle. Like, what's that? Like this part? What's going on here? So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan
favorite.
of it. Yeah.
I like the idea of doing a Chanel look, though.
Yeah. And black and white, and not doing the pink and black, but I don't know. Maybe just do the pink and black. Maybe do. Is it too soon to do the pink and black with blood stains on it? I don't know. Probably.
I would say kind of played out too.
Tacky. Candy Muse is giving us.
She's doing Supermodel of the World.
Oh,
RuPaul.
sure, Supermodel of the World. RuPaul. Yeah, it's the high low. It's the puffy, skirt with bundled of tulle. And the hair's kind of fun. the
hair's interesting.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's these like curls, but it's that kind of hair that looks almost like papery or lacquered. And then we're back to the Candy Muse orange and pink.
Yep,
color scheme,
signature color.
Candy
looks good.
It's
I like it.
Yeah, and it gives RuPaul famous then. Okay, so I couldn't get good pictures of Darian
because she's moving a lot.
She's moving a lot, and so I couldn't get a good one.
Do you remember what references Darian says in the interview for this?
All I'm getting is Florence and the Machine.
Florence and the Machine. It's giving me a little Arabian Nights too.
Okay, yeah. It's purples and blues and Guinevere, I guess.
Sure, that's
Renaissance.
it. Guinevere Renaissance.
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know if I really get Renaissance from this.
Yeah.
Or like Renaissance or medieval.
I mean, maybe because of the bodice or the corset. But I like the fabric of the skirt. It's got like almost like waves going on it. But yeah, it's dare I say a little costumey.
A little costumey. I don't really get a very strong era from it too.
Yeah. And that's why it's like if you go too far back, then it just becomes like a costume. And also
like a red carpet Renaissance look. I mean, I guess that could be cool.
Yeah. But I mean, she looks great in it, but yeah, it's just kind of a interesting take. Monica Beverly Hills.
And also, I like this. This is great.
This Egyptian look is
also, I mean,
cool.
kind of if I was doing an Egyptian runway, I feel like you would probably just do the very Cleopatra look.
Right.
I like that she's doing the eagle.
Yeah. Horus.
Or the
Horus,
birds.
Eagle, or the hawk or whatever. And I mean, this is something where she's doing an era long past, and it doesn't, I mean, obviously it's a costume.
An era long past.
It's a costume.
Well, I think that it helps that you immediately recognize what the era is, too.
Yeah. And she's got this really cool headpiece, and she's got the cool blunt bob wig, and like the feathers, and all of this stuff going on in there. I think it's just really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool well
looking.
done. It's my favorite so far of them.
Yeah. Let's see. And James Mansfield has his fun little mariachi look. And this one, there's two pictures because we've got a reveal. The jacket comes off to jacket comes off to a little like bodice.
It's a good silhouette in the reveal too. I like it.
I like the big spit curl in the hair in the front. It's just a nod to James's Mexican heritage. So. We love it. Gag. Famous then. And Jessica Wilde doing another Egyptian look.
This is kind of what you would think immediately to do for an Egyptian look.
Right. A lot more white. A lot more white in it. There's gold.
It's the famous Nefertiti headpiece, too.
Yeah.
Looks great.
With the snake on it. But yeah, she looks really good in it. Yeah. It looks awesome. And Jimbo. This is kind of a fun execution of this Marilyn look. With,
very drag too.
Very drag. Yeah. It's just everywhere she goes, there is the steam coming up from the grate, giving her. The only problem that we had is that the titty bib, the boob plate, is not the same color as the rest of her body.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Her arms are a little bit more pink.
Her arm, probably should have.
I think she tried to color match her face to the titty bib, but her arms are just. She can't paint her. She could paint her arms.
You can paint your arms, but it would be hard though, and they probably just don't have the time for something like that too.
And probably usually these boobs, boobs for queens, are probably a little bit more covered up. You know?
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry. And your arms are probably a little bit more covered up. So you don't have to worry about color matching. But
it's a fun take on a Marilyn.
But the dress is
on a
really
Marilyn
fun.
look too.
It's really fun. I really like it. Yeah. And Lala Ree.
Like 60s red carpet.
60s black excellence, glamour. Yeah. Rue said Lena Horne. Yeah. Diane Carroll. Yeah. I like it. It's cool.
I like it too.
Yeah. Okay. Famous now.
Okay. So famous now. So do you think that when they got these in their like email or whatever, do you think that it was to copy a red carpet look that was done recently? Or do you think that's just how they all...
I don't know. Is that what they all did?
Some did direct references.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about doing...
It was probably in a description, and they just took it real literal and just said, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
And sometimes when they get the description, it is a little different of how they announce it when they're actually walking the runway.
Right. So first we have Alexis Michelle.
Alexis Michelle doing the very iconic Met Ball look with Kim Kardashian.
Was it Dolce & Gabbana, I think?
I think so.
All black, including face.
I get that it's iconic, but I don't think that I would directly copy something like that for this. I would do something that is a little more original.
But what else can you do to reference it and change it?
I don't think I would reference.
It's all black.
I just wouldn't do it at all.
Yeah. She turns around and Kim had a very sleek pony pulled back, and Alexis has the sleek pony pulled back, but it's a very thin pony. I don't have an image of it, but the hair was just like not enough bundles in the ponytail.
Sure.
And so it looked a little bald headed. And Kim's pony was just like thick, straight down the back ponytail. And that was one thing. When Alexis turned, her little ponytail was a little bald headed.
I have some mixed feelings about it, of just doing just sort of that literal of a reference. Yeah. For a red carpet.
Yeah. But the thing is famous now, so it's like, who's famous now? Like,
no, I get it.
Yeah, I guess you have to do a direct reference, but make it fun, kind of Jimbo style with the Maryland thing. But yeah, we'll see how they go, because next up we have Kahana Montrese.
See now, but that said, this is a direct reference, but I think it is a little more successful.
So she's doing Lil Nas X in the pink cowboy look.
Kahana doing Lil Nas X. It's Kahana's drag with Lil Nas X.
There you go.
I think it's a little more successful, maybe because you just clearly see more of her.
Yeah, and it's a male look that she turned into a female look, you know, making the pants a skirt, and thank God she didn't do chaps.
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing that's overdone on Drag Race, it's chaps.
It's changed just enough to make it kind of her signature drag.
It's instantly recognizable as Nas, but it's also like super Kahana too. And so, and the pink is like perfect. It's super Drag Race. And it's the right color for the look that she's referencing. And yeah, it's great. Heidi in Closet. See, now she was doing just Chloe and Halle kind of reference.
Sure.
Which I don't know Chloe and Halle that much. I just know Halle Bailey obviously is the Little Mermaid. They get invited to the Met Gala all the time. And I just know that Chloe dresses real risque.
Yeah. And that's just sort of her brand.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, work.
And so Heidi's wearing, it's very colorful. It's very youthful. Big bow. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Cute.
It's cute.
But we don't know enough about
I don't really know the references all that
dress.
all that well. Yeah.
Yeah. Kasha Davis giving us Kris
doing
Jenner.
the momager Kris Jenner thing.
It's cute, but I don't like the fabric.
I don't really like the fabric.
It's a little like
I think it's kind of a missed opportunity to do something better.
It's a little like velour tracksuit fabric with jewels on it.
Like, do you really want to walk the runway as someone's mom for red carpet?
But maybe that's just
Now.
Mrs. Kasha Davis saying my aesthetic is not. Who's famous now? The Kardashians, but she's obviously not going to be one of the girls because it's Mrs. Kasha Davis. So she's going to go as Kris. I guess is the thinking behind it.
Sure.
But then again, you got to be somebody's mom. Yeah. I don't know. Naysha Lopez. She said who this reference was, and I don't remember.
I don't remember.
She's Donatella.
Okay.
She's just
I get
Donatella
that.
Versace.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it works with Naysha. I love the blonde on her.
I like the half print kind of going into the pink lining.
Yeah, and it's a
Great
nice
hair.
dress because it's got this really cool lining, which is like a satiny finish lined skirt, and it's a super high slit. Yeah, this laid wig. Yeah, I think she looks good. And it's not like, obviously, like she's not trying to look like Donatella.
Yeah.
She's not doing
She's not doing a direct Donatella.
the wrinkles like a Snatch Game thing, but yeah, it's Naysha Lopez giving Donatella Versace, so it works.
Looks good.
Candy Muse.
So, I kind of see this as Candy Muse doing famous now red carpet.
Right.
Like this is Candy walking the red carpet.
Right.
That's how I think would have interpreted
and not giving us a direct,
challenge. Yeah.
a direct reference of this is me, copying so and so.
Yeah.
Pink fur, love it.
Yeah. It's a good color of fur too.
Yeah,
just how it's dyed.
It's really cool, and she's got this like platinum wig with like fiery orange and yellow like lowlights, I guess.
Darian Lake doing a Billie Lord.
Billie
Eilish. I get the idea of this.
Yeah.
But also, you're also, and then I get the idea of this, but you're still walking the runway in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So I think that
raver pants.
It reads a little better in theory, but once you put it on and
it's like, it's dragged up because Billie wouldn't wear those heels, but still. You know what I love? The logo on the t-shirt. There's a D and an L.
Look at that.
I'm assuming that's Darian Lake because there's a D and then there's an L in between it. It's kind of a fun logo. But yeah, I agree. The look is kind of
Yeah, I don't think it reads all that well, especially when you're on camera.
Yeah. Tried to get a better full body picture, so I got a second one here.
Because like Darian's doing something very alternative to red carpet fashion too.
Right. And if the prompt is famous now, it's like you can't get bigger than Billie Eilish, I guess. But
Yeah. Not my favorite.
Yeah. Monica Beverly Hills, again, is giving us just a very Monica
Yes.
look.
This is Monica famous now.
Yeah. I think she's giving kind of... she said Kim Petras.
Sure.
She's giving Kim Petras. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing, Azalea Banks. I'm seeing, like, all those gals. Just, like, bad bitch.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. We love it. Oh, James Mansfield.
James Mansfield does JoJo Siwa.
Yeah. And yeah, that's another one where it's like it's a specific JoJo Siwa look that she's referencing.
Yeah.
But it's done right, and it's done like James, because James doesn't have a JoJo Siwa body type. No.
James's drag on JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
Totally works.
Yeah. So that one's fun. Jessica Wilde, famous now, is giving us kind of like it's an interesting like matrixy.
Did she give a reference for this?
Vinyl. I don't remember. I didn't write it down. I don't remember if she gave a reference for this. Neither of us remember. So it's just a red vinyl, like super tight. I think she said like it's Bad Bunny.
Okay. Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I can see Bad Bunny, especially in the glasses.
It's Bad Bunny. Yeah. See, and that's again, she's taking Bad Bunny, who's like a male performer, and turning it into Jessica Wilde. So that's
it works.
That's smart. And she is snatched.
Yes.
In this,
I don't think she can sit down in that.
No, not at all. And the gloves. It's a bolero jacket that goes into gloves. It's like, yeah, she cannot move in this thing, but it looks amazing. Jimbo is giving us social media with the thumbs up wig.
The thumbs up wig.
And the like me, on the outfit. The dress is fine.
I guess it's leading with the concept.
It's really leading with the concept and leading with the wig. Because the wig is cool. Like, you've never seen anything like this before.
No.
How they made this wig, this hair, to look like a thumbs up. But the dress itself, it's it looks like just black tulle, a long skirt, a spike collar. So it's a very kind of like a goth-esque look, even though the hair's platinum. But she's got kind of goth makeup on with the black lipstick.
It's a fun interpretation
Yeah.
of the runway.
Yeah.
Directive.
Yes. And Lala Ree doing OnlyFans.
Sure.
Ruli fans.
But,
she's just wearing a bodysuit, a nude illusion bodysuit, because OnlyFans, you're going to be naked. But as Michelle points out later on,
yeah,
the wording's a little,
as Heidi Klum would say, home sewn.
Home sewn. It's a little happy hands at home. But, she made something herself. She didn't have to go out and buy it.
Yeah.
So those are all of our first mini challenges. Instead of doing a talent show, we had Famous Then, Famous Now. And now we're getting to the
Rue looks
runway.
great.
Rue looks great.
Rue always, this is a very classic Zaldi silhouette.
Yes, absolutely. Long skirt, kind of like drapey over the shoulder. This is like a lemon yellow.
Yeah.
Is it a lemon yellow?
A
little bit of green in there.
Yeah, it's not quite a neon. It's like lemon yellow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Black vinyl gloves, opera length, and platinum hair. As usual, black earrings. She looks really good. But yeah, these gloves are like...
Yeah.
These gloves are crazy. What's going on at the wrist? Looks like there's something in there. But yeah, it's a good look. It's Rue. She looks awesome. But the main challenge this week was a song. A girl group challenge,
They're doing
essentially.
a girl group challenge song, and they're all writing their own lyrics. What is the first group called?
The first group is called the Fame Tarts. The Fame Tarts. And this is based on the Fenton Bailey and Randy Barbado group from the early 80s. And I forgot what they're called, Pop-Tarts or something like that. And they're doing a rendition of Money, Success, Fame, Glamour. And the Fame Tarts are Candy Muse, Kahana Montrese, Darian Lake, Alexis Michelle, Heidi in Closet.
Oh, yeah. That is... I thought that was Jimbo for a minute. No, but you're right. It's Alexis Michelle.
It's Alexis Michelle, Heidi in Closet, and Naysha Lopez.
I would say the standouts of this group, Kahana, and Heidi.
I think that Alexis did really well. She started it, and I liked her. I liked her performance. Yeah. I think they stood out. That we had a problem when we were watching this episode. We had a problem with the mix of the songs.
Yes,
their vocals were very low.
It needed to be bumped up a little bit.
We had to turn the volume up really high to hear what they were saying, and then when it went back to the normal episode, it was like everybody was screaming at us. So the mix was kind of whack on these songs. Their looks are kind of it's just a performance, so we're not really going to critique these looks in what's going on here.
Like Heidi's wig.
Heidi's wig is crazy.
I like Heidi. I like Heidi's look.
Yeah, Heidi has kind of like a bangs, but they go down to a point.
Kahana's body looks incredible.
Kahana's body looks
in this, but yeah, Kahana is the standout for me. Yeah. Kahana and Heidi are my favorites.
Yes, our second group are the Glitter Chicks, and we have Jimbo, James, Jessica Wilde, Lala Ree, Mrs. Kasha Davis, and Monica Beverly Hills.
The standouts for me in this group are Jimbo and Jessica.
Yes, absolutely.
Jessica is selling this number.
She really
this is just like, this is the Dreamgirls review.
Yeah.
They're coming out for their first number.
Yeah. I think Jessica Wilde, right off this first episode, she's going to be one to beat for this season.
Yeah, Jessica does a really good job in this episode.
Yeah, yeah.
And she does not make it in the top, does she?
No.
Shocking.
Yeah.
I would put her in the top for this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say Jimbo, I was kind of shocked did not end up in the top for this.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to do the runway looks, and then we'll talk about who is in the top and who gets sent home. But, okay, so the runway looks, we're going to start off with Alexis.
I think this is the best Alexis has looked for a runway.
Yeah.
I think she looks incredible here.
Yeah. Yeah. The makeup is great. The dress is kind of like a peach, almost like a peach velvet, like... Again, snatched on her body.
Yeah, she looks great.
One glove, one opera glove, one really high slit, one no glove. It just looks really cool. The hair,
and
works.
That's what's really interesting about this look with the one glove is that I feel like the expected thing to do is that clearly you're going to wear both gloves. But it makes it interesting. I like it.
I like that the glove is on the side, that there's the slit, and then the side with no glove. It's
very well put together. I think she looks great.
The look, yeah. And this wig, like she says in her talking head, this wig looks like it is growing out of her head. This hair. So yeah, Alexis looks amazing. Miss Darien. I keep calling her Miss Darien Lake. It's not Miss Darien. She's just Darien Lake.
Darien Lake.
It's like a glittery gold.
What's the runway theme?
Sorry. The runway theme is famous forever.
Okay.
Timeless signature drag.
Signature drag. Famous forever.
Yeah. Timeless.
I like the fabric of this. The leopard going into the
like
sequence.
glittery sequin flames like coming up the body, and then she's got like a peplum, big blonde hair, makeup as always is like perfect.
If we saw Darien at the club wearing this, we would say she looks incredible.
Yeah, it's a great
she looks great here.
Yeah, this is good for timeless signature drag. Now we have Heidi in Closets.
What did she say for leopard?
Leprosy.
I have her leprosy. She has her leprosy print. I love that.
And she said that this is a nod to Ruby Rhod, Chris Tucker in The Fifth Element.
Oh, sure, especially the shape of the hair.
Yeah.
and the
shaping of the like collar.
The shaping of the collar. I get that.
And the leopard print, but this is in a purple.
Yeah, this is fun. I like this.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got this big asymmetrical hair, purple, the makeup is all purple to match, the color scheme on the look. And yeah, I think this color looks really good on her skin. Yeah, I like it. The dress is lined. It's got this like kind of like
probably one of the strongest runways of Heidi.
Yeah.
At this point of her run on the show. Yeah. Which that's how episode 1 of All Stars should be.
Yes.
Is that it should be your best runway that you've ever had on the show.
Yeah. Her makeup looks incredible on this season. Coming up, we got Kahana looking insane.
Very Vegas.
Very Vegas. She's giving a Victor Victoria sequin wig with this like phoenix rising from the ashes by way of Carnival.
It's a little the Phoenix has risen from the ashes and is headlining Vegas.
Yes, she went straight to the Hilton.
The boobs are out of control, but I guess that is the point of the look, is that the boobs are supposed to be ridiculous.
Yeah, and the body is just, it's Kahana. So, and her face looks great. Her face looks so good. Next up, Candy
looks great.
Again, looking super serious.
Yeah.
But this is a very metallic, hard-edged look. It's giving me George Michael Too Funky, kind of a Gautier,
Gosh, how do they make stuff like that? Like, how do they form that to their bodies?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's red with silver glitter. The hair is piled high.
Candy's giving Flash Gordon villain.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And she's got the face is beat for days as usual.
Maybe the shoe.
It's just a red pump.
It's just a red pump.
Yeah.
Maybe a different shoe, but
I kind of like just a red pump.
Just a simple red pump.
Bare ass leg.
Yeah.
Candy is wearing.
I like that you see, like all of her legs.
A bare ass,
Mm-hmm.
and she is oiled up. Do not let Candy Muse sit on your couch unless you have plastic lining, because this hoe will leave.
Yeah, I suppose that
everywhere.
you need a simple shoe just so you just see.
It just shows
see Candy's great legs.
Those legs, them chicken legs. Yeah, it's a super structured, super hard edged, but very, very Candy.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, she looks great.
Yeah. Naisha Lopez, a lot of piled high, a lot of beehives.
A lot of beehives.
This episode. It's just a bodysuit.
I think it's a little underwhelming.
Is it just a bodysuit? Kind of.
I know that Naisha has better drag in her closet than this. Mm-hmm.
I like that it goes down to a glove and it goes down to the shoe. But what can I say? It's just kind of a bluish white. Would you say there's blue in there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the hair's a little Bride of Frankenstein. This is what Marge Simpson, if she was a real person, what her hair would be styled as.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Yeah. But other than that, it's just giving me Naisha face I could see her wear this on her original season if she kept going.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really seeing... I mean, it's more expensive than anything I own.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wear it, but...
Her body looks great in it, but a little underwhelming for
Yeah.
your first runway on All Stars.
Yeah. James Mansfield is giving us
Very
boudoir.
It's boudoir Mae West.
Yeah.
Mae West in Maya Breckenridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very 70s Mae West in her 70s. Yeah. It's just a really cool, like, negligee. Like, look, James wears the titty bib that goes over your head, the one that's like a turtleneck t-shirt. Yeah. But this one you cannot tell. There's no separation in the neck. It's like it's perfect, and it matches her skin tone. Like, the body's perfect.
Very James drag.
Yeah, yeah, and the wig is really cool. So, love it. Jessica is giving us motorcycle beige. I don't know what's going on.
I like that
here.
color.
It's a cool color. This eggplant.
Yeah.
It's like a motorcycle jacket that's like
with
velvet
the
that goes into a bodysuit with like really cool boots, fingerless gloves. It's got like a bustle in the back with a like white, white RuPaul wig with black roots, and she's got this purple lipstick.
Very rock and roll storm.
Yeah. Like, it looks beautiful. It's an interesting look. I'm not timeless for famous forever. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. It's just Jessica, and she's selling the shit out of it. So, Jimbo's giving us Mad Balls.
Sure.
Mad Balls, just like a kooky...
Are those, I definitely remember those toys that you squeeze when you're a kid.
Yeah. And goo would kind of come out of...
Goo would kind of come out.
Yeah. It's like a big brain. It's a big pulsating brain with like teeth and a tongue, and it's grotesque, and there's eyeballs and happy faces.
Gosh, I wonder if that's painted on the fabric.
Teeth.
Or if that's printed.
That's probably painted on.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah.
A lot of detail in this.
It's a lot of detail.
I mean, it's a bodysuit, but there was a lot of work put into this.
Yeah. And, very specific art style. The wig has like full like brain, but it's all hair.
Oh, wow. There's happy faces on it?
Yeah, on the tongue. Happy faces on the tongue.
At first, I didn't quite know what to think about this, but the more that I look at it, the more details that I see in it.
Yeah. It's super cartoony when you look at it. It's almost a graffiti style of the teeth and the mouth and all that. But yeah, the brain wig is cool. Eyelashes coming out of her big old titties because the eyes are the nipples of the face. Famous forever, sure. It's Jimbo. She's a weirdo. And so it's
classic
weird.
Jimbo drag.
Yeah. Freaking him out. Lala Ree looks cool.
Yeah, Lala Ree looks great.
I like the black, I like the red color on her.
I like that wig.
The wig is cute. Yeah, it's cute, is what it is. It's like she looks cute with like these cool little like, pom pom, ponytails or buns on the side of the bangs. Yeah, it's a cute little red.
Yeah, she looks good.
Monica. Monica's good. It's a little showgirly. It's got like fringe.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty blue.
Like the shoes.
Oh yeah, the shoe's cute. It's like a little booty.
Yeah, I like the little boot.
Open toe booty with like white with like some stones on it. And her hair looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, makeup is right. It's Monica. She's looking good.
Yeah.
Got nice
she looks good.
Gloves. Really cool. Mrs. Kasha Davis is giving us drag.
Yep. That style of Priscilla wig too.
Yeah. Is it drag brunch? Our friend Jacob, who was here, was like, she's not from Australia. Why is she wearing this kind of wig? Because those like Aussie queens like kind of perfected a wig made out of something that's not hair.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like a metallic material.
I like the fabric on, it's almost like a coat.
Yeah, it's a coat dress.
It's like a coat dress.
Yeah.
I like the fabric.
Yeah. It's blue. It looks really good. It's a good length. It's a good like mid-calf, like T-length, I think that's called. Yeah, it's a good look for her. Is it kind of drag brunch? Yeah.
Very drag queen.
But that's
Mrs. Kasha Davis. Yeah.
And I like that the hair is like, it's purple, but with like gold underneath, like gold tones in it. It's fun. It's an unexpected look.
Oh.
So the rules this season are there's not a top two. They're back to
They're back to the winner of the challenge, which they've done the past few All-Star seasons.
Back to a winner and a lip sync assassin to lip sync for their legacy. And whoever wins, if the winner wins, they pull their lip sync of who they choose solely. And if the lip sync assassin wins, then they do the vote of everybody else, and then that person goes home.
So Kahana wins the challenge, which I think Kahana did a really great job. I would have liked to have seen Jessica Wilde judged on this.
Yeah,
that she was in the top.
Yeah.
I don't think that I would have qualified her as safe. And like I mentioned before, I was surprised Jimbo was safe.
Yeah, same, same. Because Jimbo was kind of a standout in their team, and their look was really all of their looks were really fun. But Kahana wins.
Kahana wins. The bottoms that are kind of given the.
Who are we voting for in their lipsticks?
I mean, bottom is...
It's Monica Beverly Hills. Versus Darian. James got an interesting critique of one of those critiques of, I don't know if they like you or they don't like you. Yeah.
I guess sort of in the bottom, but they had kind of better things to say about her.
Yeah. I think from this episode, all of the critiques were very much like they said a lot of good stuff and then one little...
Which is a very All-Stars
thing.
A very All-Stars critique.
They kind of started it with all winners of just, we're not saying anything bad. And then now it's kind of like they did throw some actual critiques in there, but for the most part, there was a lot of good. So it was very difficult for us to be like, who's in the bottom?
I think you could really tell James was the most in the moment of maybe the weaker people.
Right. That
this might not be James's strongest things to do in drag is a music number like this. Also, James went home on the cheerleader number.
Yeah.
So kind of something that you were surrounded by a lot of dancers.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that James did end up selling it, and it's why James is safe.
Right. Right. So, but Kahana wins, and she goes up against Lip Sync Assassin, who turns out to be Miss Aja LaBeija.
Aja LaBeija. I'm always never quite sure what Aja's relationship is with Candy Muse these days.
Yeah.
I remember right after Aja's season seeing
House of Aja
at Precinct and seeing Candy Muse
all over LA,
and just Candy Muse just going out and drag too.
Yes,
like not even there doing anything, but was just going to Precinct.
Yeah, because that's the thing in LA. Like when these kind of houses come up out here, they just make appearances everywhere. The big drag house that Simone and Gigi Good and now Rubber Child, who goes by Riley now, their big house, and I can't think of the name of it, but their big house right now, their whole thing is they just show up to bars at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
25 minutes before they call last call. in full drag.
I feel
with
like
all 10 of them.
I feel like when you're kind of that stature, you have to go right at the end of the night to.
Yeah. And you're just like, oh, there they are, and there's the one that's like the little twink, who looks like 17, but who's actually like 22. There's the one who's like
House of Avalon.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then that's their gig. And we would always just see House of Avalon just showing up all crazy late when we're like putting our clothes back on, trying to leave.
But yeah, I remember walking into Precinct once, with Candy right next to me.
A couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Aja's back. She's here. And I mean, she was a big old loudmouth last season with Anitra.
Yeah.
And voguing or nogging, as they called it, and just kind of calling them out for it. But here she is, back to be a lip sync assassin.
Aja's a good performer.
She is a good performer.
She's a good choice of a lipstick, a lip sync assassin.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she wins the lip sync.
She wins the lip sync.
And we all kind of thought... We
Kahana,
all who were watching,
I kind of think Kahana kind of won it.
Kahana
it was
won.
very close. They were both... Yeah. They were bucking and...
doing their thing.
And doing their thing. They were both great.
Yeah, they were. But... and did Aja win anything?
No.
I don't even think
bragging rights.
Yeah. So now the $10,000 rolls over to next week. Mm-hmm. So now if the winner wins next week... they get $20,000.
Yep.
So Aja wins. She gets to pull the lipstick.
Oh my gosh!
And we were, I think, at the edge of our seat. We were drunk.
This choice, I think, would have been so hard,
difficult.
This choice would have been
impossible.
So difficult.
Yeah,
because I mean, Monica Beverly Hills. We haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
And she just really wants to be there to prove herself and to showcase her talent.
Yeah.
Of that this is kind of this great person who I've become.
Yeah.
And I need this.
Yeah.
I think I would have to choose Darian's lip sync. And I love Darian Lake too.
Darian
so
Lake.
That would be a really hard choice too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you're not picking it.
And the girls a lot of times are like, well, if I'm on the same team with someone, they just automatically think they can't pick their teammate.
Which I get.
We have to choose based on the challenge only and not the track. They don't have track record this episode, but so they were going off of challenge only.
And when Kahana reveals in the next episode why she chose Darian's lipstick, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Or why she chose Monica's lipstick. I get it. Just because you were just working with this person and it would have been really shady to send them home.
But I don't think Monica did the worst in the challenge.
I think that when you rewatch it back, I think that she is the weakest of her team.
Sure. But this is not the end because in this season they've introduced the Fame Game. And the Fame Game is the eliminated queens get to showcase their runway looks on the main stage.
Yes.
Typically, when a queen goes home, they will post on their Instagram.
Mm-hmm. That's what You Packin' was originally for, but I feel like in the past few years, they barely talk about that on What You Packin' now, of what they brought that they didn't get to wear.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're doing the Fame Game. So whoever gets eliminated in the following week's Untucked, they will showcase what they would have worn in that episode for that main stage challenge.
Yes.
And then at the very end, we all vote.
And you all vote for one person. Correct?
And that person gets $50,000.
Yes. Which I really like this addition just because, I mean, these girls spend so much time and effort with all of these looks, and just to think that if you go home early, you can't show any of them.
Yeah.
So I like this.
Yeah.
That
and I mean,
you get some airtime with it.
And the other thing too is now they've upped the main win to $200,000. But $50,000 is nothing to, shake your head at.
It was more than Tyra Sanchez won.
It's more than Tyra Sanchez won. I think it's more than Raja won too.
Yeah.
On season 2. So, they get $50,000. They don't get a crown and a scepter. Maybe they do get a crown. But, and it's a fan vote. So it's what the fans like. And the cool thing is they get to show off on the main stage. They get to walk the runway in the look. I
mean, you could almost say Monica Beverly Hills has an edge on this.
Yeah.
I think that when you have the most runway looks in this vote and you're the first to go off, I think that gives you a little more of an edge.
Yeah.
With possibly winning.
Yes. Absolutely. So we'll see how that goes. Next week we'll get to see Monica's look. Well, next episode. They dropped 2 episodes.
So, Pete, who do you think were the standouts of the premiere?
I think Jessica Wilde.
Okay,
I think Jimbo.
Jessica Wilde was great. Jimbo.
And I think Kahana kind of were the most captivating.
I think Kahana was the biggest surprise because, I mean, we weren't really that familiar with Kahana.
Yeah.
And that is kind of one of the benefits of All-Stars is that
absolutely.
you can showcase someone that went home a little early and you are not as familiar with.
Yeah, totally. And I'm not the biggest Jimbo stan. I really don't see the absolute love that everybody has. Anytime Drag Race or World of Wonder or anybody posts anything with Jimbo, flooded with comments. Everybody that's the winner. Jimbo
has a lot of supporters.
Jimbo has and the thing about Jimbo supporters are they're like, Jimbo's so funny. And I'm like, I guess Jimbo's funny. Like, I'm not like slapping my knees every time Jimbo comes on screen.
What I like about Jimbo's drag is that it is a full concept.
Yeah, it's very conceptual.
It's very conceptual. It's very visually striking, a really good selling an idea.
But what I don't like about Jimbo was on their very first season on Canada, Jimbo specifically was like let's talk, let's critique each other. And Rita Baga said, okay, one thing, like, oh, I didn't like this thing about your wig. And Jimbo got so pissed. And that's when Jimbo said, your hairline looks like vomit. And just started going off. And it was so bratty. It was just like, bitch, you were the one who said for me to critique you. I did. And then you came back so hot. She was so hot. She was just like going off, saying Rita Baga looked old. You looks like grandma's underwear. Your hairline looks like Frosted Flakes, like all this shit. And it's just like, girl,
you asked.
Come on, you asked. And now you're getting salty about it? Come on. So I was like, that kind of soured me on Jimbo right off the bat. But, you know, like I said, I think she was one of the standouts of this episode.
Yeah, she's absolutely a standout of this episode and is probably going to do very well in this season.
Oh, yeah.
I think that Candy Muse, is going to win this season. That is my early prediction.
Okay, all right.
I think that Candy Muse is very good at Drag Race.
Yes.
She knows how to play the game.
Yeah.
I do think that Candy will be fair of when she ends up winning over eliminations.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And in this episode, I think she produced herself very well. She didn't go off too much. You know?
And I mean, the thing about Candy's season is that she came on her season super hot.
Yeah.
Like, I really need to prove myself.
Yeah.
And she had a good coolness about her in this, that you can tell that Candy is very confident in her game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally. I think she definitely has a strong chance of being a front runner in this season. But we'll see. We shall see.
If you want to listen to episode 2, we are going to put episode 2 on Patreon.
Yes. Yes, indeed. But it'll be on tomorrow, probably. Or at the same time as this one. But this is going to be our free one. But come back each week. We're going to drop these episodes on Monday after the show.
This was a jam-packed episode.
It was a jam-packed.
We had a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about. So I think the other ones might be a little shorter than this. But, you know, stick with us. Head over to Patreon. And thanks for supporting our show if you do. But we hope you like listening to this one. And, we'll be back next week.
We'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.